Peace, love, and light. And coming to record today because I haven't recorded in a while, and I want to give a brief update about what I've been doing and what's been going on. So originally, I had been posting back to back, and this was in the month of February, and just like so many things happened with my phone, like from me dropping it to like crack my screen, and I wasn't able to like really see my screen, so I wasn't able to record for like maybe like a week or something like that. And then something else happened. I think so. I cracked my screen. I wasn't able to get to the phone, and something else happened to where I couldn't use my phone. Oh, my charger broke like the same week I got my screen fixed. The charger broke, and then I had to wait a few days to get a charger. And then after that, my phone went off because I had paid the bill. But that's because I've been holding off on paying the full amount on the bill, and it kept me from recording because initially I stopped because of the screen breaking and then the charger breaking. So I took it as a sign as something bigger happening, in which I was told I think I was right about, because I was seeing that I was communicating with people that I wasn't supposed to be communicating with, and it became quite clear when the last person that I communicated with was still connected with something that I was supposed to be letting go of. And in letting go of that, it allowed me to see things differently. And the reason why I had to let go of the people that I was talking to, because it had to do with me making money and the integrity behind me making the money, and me actually believing in what I was doing when it came to making the money. And it was a multi-level marketing business, and it's not something that I fully believed in. I believed in the idea of the business as far as what we were selling overall, but not necessarily the business that we were selling it for. And a part of me didn't feel comfortable with selling that particular product, and there were so many things wrong with the business aspect of it, like the behind the scenes, the thing that we were actually getting people involved in the business with, and even the things that we were telling the people wasn't really something that I agreed with. And in me not agreeing with that fully and wholeheartedly, I wasn't in alignment with I wasn't being in alignment with who I was, and it wasn't allowing me to make money or to build currency or even to build a business, if you want to say it that way. So in having to detach from that, like forcibly being detached from that, because the first time it happened, I wasn't able to talk to my upline for maybe, I want to say 3 or 4 days. And this time, the first time, it was, I had the money, but I chose to do something else with it. Because for me, I've personally been without a phone a couple of times in my life by choice. And even this time, like, I literally can pull the money out of my account and pay for my bill, but I'm not in a hurry to do so because I don't talk to a lot of people. And if I do talk to somebody, it's my family, which I can get in touch with still over like Facebook. We still have chats on Facebook whenever we have chats on Facebook. But even that, I don't talk to a lot of people. And since I don't talk to a lot of people, me having a phone is really an expense that I don't need. So I really haven't been putting the energy that I need to in paying for my phone bill, because I know I have the money to pay for it when I absolutely need it. But it wasn't allowing me to talk to my upline. And since it wasn't allowing me to talk to my upline, I started to kind of see that I needed to detach from it. But that was the subtle way of it telling me to detach from that. That was like it letting me know that the universe letting me know that something wasn't right with what I was doing, and something wasn't in alignment with what I was doing. And since I wasn't in alignment with what I was doing, I was being subtly warned to let go of that connection. So I got warned, and what happened was my upline and her husband ended up helping me pay for my bill, even though I didn't ask them to. I allowed them to, but I didn't ask them to because I thought it was a nice gesture. And they ended up helping me pay my bill, and I ended up paying them back like 2 or 3 days later. And that happened, and they ended up getting me like a bike because they ended up getting the bike for me before the phone actually went off, but they weren't able to get in touch with me because the phone went off. And this is around December. So they ended up getting me a bike, and I was having trouble with that. Like the bike was brand new, and I had to blow up the tires, which wasn't a problem. But the day I blew up the tires blew like maybe 5 minutes after, and I had to get the bike repaired. I had to fix it. I had to figure out what's wrong with it. I had to get it repaired. I had to put all this kind of money in it and get so many different things for it because I thought it was just like the inner tube, which I got that the same day, and then that blew again. And then I ended up researching it to see what the problem would be, and then I realized that it was actual tire. So I ended up getting another tire and another inner tube. I got the bike fixed, but it's like it was another sign telling me that something was wrong with the energy behind the gift even. So even with me getting the gift, it felt like it was a problem with me having it, and it was connected to the same type of people. And this goes back to the idea of something was going on in my life around that time, and it had to do with the energy that I had involved myself with, because I had originally met them in November, and a lot of things changed for me in November. A lot of I want to say difficult things happened to me after the month of November. Even though I was experiencing a lot of good things, but a lot of difficulties came into my life after November. Like I was doing very good until I encountered the energy that I encountered, and it just like I wasn't in alignment with the energies that they represent. And then I'm not saying that they are bad people. I'm saying that I wasn't in alignment with it, and the universe was not allowing me to build currency or build a business that way. And it not allowing me to build a business that way, I ended up having to refocus and realign myself and to pay attention to what was going on with me. Like, why wasn't this thing taken off the way it should have? Because it was something that I believe in as far as what the business represents, the particular industry that it represents, not necessarily the business, because the business will be the company, but the particular industry that it represents. I agree with the industry, but I don't agree with the business, because I applied for my license and I never got it. I didn't even really get any communication about it, and I had to do something that I didn't agree with to get my license. Like the way that I had to turn in my information, I didn't agree with it, and I had decided before that I wouldn't use my social security number to get another job to work for anybody. So that ended up being a major issue with me with me getting my license. But with that being said, like all these things happened, and I wasn't really doing well in the business, even though there were certain situations where I could have done well, but it seemed like it was just like being blocked. And me being me, I remained optimistic, but at the same time I knew that it wasn't something for me after I really just sat down and really examined like what was going on. And it took me some humbling to really understand that I had to be in alignment with who I am to really get what I was trying to achieve as far as like cash flow, because it wasn't really necessarily to have like a business in that aspect. It was just to build cash flow. Like I wanted multiple streams of income, and that was supposed to be like one of my streams of income, but that stream of income never took off, and that was a sign that it wasn't supposed to take off. Like I learned this fallacy. It's called the sunken cost fallacy, where you put money into something or continuously putting money into something that isn't giving you a return or the return that you want to see, and you ignore the fact that it's not giving you the return that you want to see, and you pour more money into it, and then pour more money into it, you lose more money, but you don't see that because you're so focused on the possible returns of this thing that you're putting money into. And that's what really made it click for me. That's what really made me see that this wasn't something that was for me. And after that, I kind of just gradually got disillusioned and realized that I had to let the business go. And I did. And in letting it go, I had to go through like a detox period where I wasn't in communication with the people that were trying to get me into the business 1111. And it turned into like me actually talking to my upline, telling her that I didn't want to do the business anymore, but she didn't necessarily hear me in the sense that she wasn't listening to me. She wanted me to continue to be in the business as a silent partner. Excuse me. Basically not taking no as an answer and still trying to keep me around to keep me in the business, but I didn't want to be in the business. And what happened was I dropped my phone on concrete. Like I dropped my phone numerous times before. Mind you, my what do you call it? My case was broke at this point. Like it broke maybe a day before, and then the next day I dropped it 12 on the ground, and it just wouldn't turn on anymore. Like I could hear it go off, and I was getting like crazy notifications like every day, but it wouldn't turn on. Like the screen wouldn't come on again. And after that, like I got my screen fixed. Then my charger broke mysteriously because I don't know how my charger broke. Like the little part that goes into the phone, it broke, and I don't see how it would have broke because it was literally laying on the ground, and it was just like laying there overnight. And even though I have cats, they never actually do anything to like break things like that seriously. So I don't see how it broke, but it ended up breaking. So that happened, and then I want to say maybe a week later, my phone got turned off, and I couldn't negotiate with them to like, you know, get them to keep it on because I hadn't paid the full amount. And it ended up me just accepting the fact that my phone needs to go off right now. And it's an expense more than it is an asset because I wasn't doing anything with the phone. Like I could build my businesses and my business ideas without my phone actually being on, which I've been doing. And it just was an expense more than it was an asset. But with that being said, that's pretty much what I've been going through, and that's caused me not to upload. Even though I have a few videos on here that I probably could upload. If I'm not mistaken, I think I recorded a few videos before my phone actually messed up. But in the process of me not having a phone consistently for about 2 weeks, I forgot about uploading the videos. And when the phone, what's it gonna say? Not having it consistently for 2 weeks, I forgot to upload the videos. But I may end up uploading the videos after I upload this one. But that's pretty much what's been going on, and that's why I haven't been posting, because I've been going through all kinds of troubles with my phone. But my phone is repaired, and I'm going to get my phone turned back on pretty soon because for one, it won't be too big of an expense for me to get turned back on. coming. I mean, coming up, because I have better cash flow, and things will be a little bit different. And then I'll be working on on my trading, and I'll be doing that a lot more. And I've been practicing since I haven't been uploading or anything like that. But I've been practicing that pretty much since, I want to say, the beginning of February. Even though I kind of slacked off this week, but I've been practicing that since February, and I'm going to be focusing on that a lot more, because that's going to be one of my streams of income. And one of my goals is to get funded within the next month. So I'm going to be working on that pretty heavy for the next few weeks, and hopefully I can get funded by the end of next month. But that's all for this update, and that was my time in Pisces, by the way. So with that being said, I love you, and I hope that you have a great day.